Okay, good day to you, wherever you're watching the video from. This video is just basically a video to show you how to hide your main display if you are interested in doing that. Um, yeah, and also to manage expectations. So when you hide your main display, there's like the new behavior you should be say new behavior you should be expecting from the current version of Immersed as of this recording. Yeah, and also how to basically like just navigate that. So yeah. The first thing you want to do is to connect to your display. And if you're connecting for the first time and you don't have any configuration saved, this is what you see. If you have configuration saved in terms of like your screen position, you might be seeing that configuration instead, but no cause for alarm. Just pay attention to what matters. Now, what matters is basically being able to identify your your main screen. That's the most important part. Now, in this case, I have this arrangement without snap grid turned on. Yeah, so this is my virtual screen 2, this is virtual screen 1, and this is my main display. So I'm just going to try to do my arrangements. I'll try to achieve my arrangements. So I turned on snap grid. You might have snap grid turned on already, but the reason why I turned it on is just to make the process of my configuration a little bit faster. So I just want to move everything close to me at once. But then I have to disable the snap grid. For this particular configuration of replacing hiding your main display, you have to turn off snap grid. Um, I've not seen a way to achieve that without turning off snap grid right now. I will explain why at the end of the video. So yeah, so let's say this is the setup I want to achieve. Now, this virtual screen, I want to keep it as it is. It's in extended mode, but this my main display, I want to replace it with my virtual screen 1, which I'm going to move to where I can easily reach it anytime I need to. Not that I would need to, but I mean, for any reason at all. So try not to put it behind the screen, not behind the screen. Just put it where you can always see it anytime. You just want to have a glance. So again, just to recap what we've done so far, this is my virtual screen 2. I want to keep it as it is in extended mode. This is my main display. I want to replace this main display with this virtual screen. So my main display is going to go away. So important though, when you are doing that, your main display should be your focus of arrangement. So I want 2 virtual screens in front of me, right? So this main display has to be what I'm focusing on, and then the extended virtual screen that I want to use to support it. So if you have one screen setup, you have to position this main display, not the virtual screen. You can just put the virtual screen anywhere you want it to be. Like I said, somewhere you can easily glance and see what's on the screen. But what is important is the main display. So I want the main display to be here, most especially after I replaced it with a virtual screen. So that's why I'm positioning it here. So I would on my screen, then go under my display settings. So under my display settings, you can see what I have. I have image 1, I have image 2. I can tell this is image 1, I can tell this is image 2. But if for some reason you can't tell, what you can do is just to go under arrange display, and you can see the positions of the screen. Um, Before the arrangements, of course, you know that this is exactly how they were arranged. My main screen was at the center, image 1 was on this side, image 2 was on this side. So this is image 2, right? But I can also just confirm by just moving my cursor around based on this arrangement. So if I should move my cursor from my main display to this side, then I should expect to see my cursor there, which is basically what is happening right now. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure that is my screen. So now to take this and put it here and hide my main display, I would select image one and come to this use as configuration, click it, and then I would say mirror for built-in display. And when I do that, you can see that that display disappeared, but there's one annoying quirk that is left, which is basically I'm left with the resolution of my main display right now. So what I want to do now is now to select the second settings that showed up after mirroring, which is optimized for then in this case I'm not going to say immersed one. So yeah, now you can see there's a little bit of mess up with the configuration. So but it doesn't really matter. All we just need to do is just to make that little bit of adjustment, and then we have our setup now. Now the next thing that is important for you to do is to save your configuration. So you want to go under computers, I mean under image settings, settings, monitor, then come scroll all the way down. Then you see your slots, the slots that you have. Now select whichever slots you want and then save your configuration. And I mean, make sure you see the successful message before you go away. And then you can close your image menu. Um, Again, just to recap what we've done so far, this is now my main display. This is extended display for the main display. But remember, the main display now has been replaced with a virtual screen. It's one of the virtual screens I have from Immersed. So, and which is why I'm also having this resolution. But yeah, this is now my main display. So whenever now this is basically everything you need to do. We are done with the setup. Now the other part I now need to explain, most especially the reason why I had to turn off snap grid, is that when you change your main display to a virtual screen, to one of your virtual screen, I've noticed that Immersed used to mess up. So when I say mess up, so yeah, mess up here. When I say mess up, I mean when the snap grid is in play. So now I'll just turn on the snap grid. Again, the setup is done. You can continue working and everything. I would record another video to show you how to navigate this problem I'm about to show you. But again, I just need to let you know this is what to expect. So yeah. So if you for any reason need your snap grid again, um let's turn it on. And you see that on turning it on, things just kind of like went AO. Our setup is scattered. Things are not where they're supposed to be. Which is pretty annoying. So, and if I go like this, oh no, if I try to take any of the screen, let's say I take this, oh, okay. So I can actually still use it. Still seems to be functional. The snap grid seems to be functional, but no, it's not. It's not functional. You can see that it's trying to be functional, but everything is like over. So basically, this is one of the problems. Now I'm seeing this particular type of problem for the first time. I mean, when you're using snap grid, it is never possible. You always have to have something at the center, but in this case, I don't have anything at the center and it's working fine. I mean, it's kind of positioning itself. So this is a very new problem. Usually, sometimes this guy, the four squares, they just kind of like collapse into one shape, and then they will kind of like be on your face like this, like right on top of, like on top of your head, and you can't even position anything. I mean, you can't put a screen in that position because, I mean, you get. So this is a problem that you're going to experience once you know play around with your main display. You can see the overlap, very annoying. And if I position it here, you can see that I usually when you snap grid, it tilts down your screen. When you position it up, when you put it up there, it tilts down. But that's not happening. So again, you can see the fail. So that is why you would have to turn off your snap grid. So now the thing now is that um there's still no cause for alarm.